for your invitation to our Uncle Sam and to me. I liked your discussions here. Yeah, that is good.
Yes, please go ahead,
Okay.
and then I would like to request Dr. Ashraf Tafsab to speak. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So far, I heard a lot of good, valuable information and valuable insight. Of course, the Turkey is not one of the neighbor of the Afghanistan. Also, it's not one of the maybe directly direct regional country in the Central Asia or South Asia, but we have for several reasons or some reason we have interest in the situation in Afghanistan, stability in Afghanistan. First of all, the Turkish people and the Turkish government, all the government, not the current government, like the people of the Pakistan, people of the Afghanistan, people of all the Central Asian republics there. So we want everything good for the people there, for the government there, for the community there. So that is the first. The second issue is that maybe that is for ourselves, for Turkish people. Actually, we are suffering from the migration and the refugees, not of course the regular migration, but the illegal migration and from the refugees, especially in the last 10 years after the Syrian, especially the Syrian civil war and crisis. And actually in Turkey, nowadays, the main discussion is on the refugees and the asylum seeker or the illegal migrants from the Afghanistan or from the other countries, Turkey. So that is a real the discussion in the Turkey, also a dividing point of all the political parties, especially the ruling party and the opposition party. So for this reason, we are dealing with the stability. We want stability in the region, in Afghanistan and the region. What I understand, what we see, what we understand, that always there is a new dynamic on the Afghanistan. I think so far I heard a lot of mistakes that the United States made, or the Ghani made, or the Karzai made, but all of them happened and also remain the past. Now we are in the new phase, that is the Taliban took over the Kabul and maybe the most parts of Afghanistan, and it is what we understand again, that the United States and the other countries were happy with that situation in general framework. But we see also that there are some good indicators. Of course, there are some bad indicators, but there are some good indicators for the possible future scenarios. What's going to happen in the Afghanistan under the Taliban rule? Some of them, I think, that the Taliban took over the Kabul without any big ethnic cleansing or any kind of the genocide of the massacre, or even the armed resistance from the government forces. Although so far all the speakers criticize the government, and the government forces, but maybe for that situation, that specific situation, it is good. Of course, it was bad, so far, and government forces, the armed forces should defend their country, But if we think the future, what can happen in the future? So that is the bad. That is not bad, so bad, because this means that there will be possibly, actually, there are no excuses for the rage or the revenge or the further hostility, and the amnesty or the forgiveness and the reconciliation much easier, in that situation. We hope that that in general, relative moderate situation or the established situation, a part of the panic, the shock or something, will continue, will stay. That will facilitate, I think, the reconciliation and the future of the Afghanistan. Now, the world and all parties, including the global great power and the regional countries, accept that the Taliban took over. So they have right to rule the country. So our planning or our insight maybe should be based on that reality. So far also in the last 20 years and also in the last 15 days or 30 days, I haven't seen any ethnic war in the country, any conflict, any violence between the community. That is also good for the Afghanistan future. Although there is some rumors or the news that there is an emerging resistance movement in the north of Afghanistan, but I am not sure about that. That's just a rumor or a real development. I think another issue is that a good indicator. I am listing just a good indicator. So another one is the neighboring countries, including the Pakistan or the India or some other countries, did not involve in the recent development too much. That is also good. So there are some the news that the U.S. Taliban deal, we know this, and the Russian Taliban deal or agreement or some kind of consensus or something, and the China Taliban deal and Iran Taliban deal, and of course in the last 20 years, and the Taliban had some experience in diplomacy, in the Qatar process and in Germany, in Turkey, in some other countries. So I think you put the name of the event, Taliban 2.0. I think that is good. I mean, that is right, because I believe that the Taliban transformed so far. Of course, its ideological or the religious standpoint of view didn't change, but at least it gained some governing function or diplomatic function over the time, over the 30 years. So that might be good also for the future of the Afghanistan. Also, Taliban gave some promises in the press conference, in the first press conference. Of course, that there are some concerns, worries about that promises. But if they declare the general amnesty, that's good, and if they are determined to establish an inclusive government, that's also good. I think it will depend on the challenge or the struggle between the Kandahar group and some relatively moderate group that the one speaker mentioned about that one. So if it happens, consensus happens on the issue, I think in the short and the near term, maybe in the midterm, Afghanistan may agree on the Afghan people and the Afghan group may can agree on way ahead, a roadmap for the future. and then the international community, the regional countries, and the Turkey is willing, are willing to help to support the reconstruction, economic development, and stability in general, the state building and the peace building efforts. So these are, I think, some good indicators. Yeah, based on this, maybe, and we can make some assumption, of course, and then based on those assumptions again, there might be some scenario for the future of the Afghanistan. The good one, of course, it will be the Taliban keeps promise, or it is promises in the deal or treaty or the agreement with the United States. So that will be a good scenario, I think. And of course, if the Kandahar group or some hardliners they prevail in the Afghanistan or the Taliban, there will be a bad scenario. But what happens, which scenario realized in the Afghanistan will be based on the maybe international community and the regional countries, the precaution or the measures to be taken in these days. First of all, I believe that the United Nations, through the UNSC, will take resolution in these days, show it is all international community decisiveness and unity and consistency toward the Afghanistan future. I mean, I expect that that UNSC resolution will put some red lines for the Taliban or for any group for the Afghanistan. I am not sure about that it will work or not, but the UNSC and United States will do something in the very short term.
Yes, thank you.
Not maybe today or tomorrow or the other day. And I believe also that most of the countries in the world, including the regional countries, will refrain from the immediate and unilateral de jure recognition of the Taliban government or the new state in Afghanistan, unless the international community be sure that the Taliban will meet its promises, big promises. So I think that will be a good step. I think Taliban or the Kandahar group or the Haqqani group or somebody else, all parties are aware of the fact that the Afghanistan reconstruction and the economy and the stability need money, need financial aid and support from the main global donors. These donors are the United States, European countries, Japan, and the other actors. Without money, Haqqani group or the Kandahar group cannot do anything.
Yes.
I believe that the Kandahar group or the Haqqani group, all groups are the rational, and the pragmatic actors.
Dr.
Maybe,
can you conclude in 1 minute, please?
Yes, maybe we have to start from here. And the Kandahar group or the Haqqani, all of them are pragmatic, all of them rational. So we can draw some scenario from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your insight coming from Turkey. And of course, we are so proud to be partner with it.